here is Jeff, the host of the Gridiron.
Fourth and goal to go with the 2. 34 seconds left to go in the ball game. This is the play right now. Takes the snap. Targeted goes in. Targeted all alone. And the quarterback keeps. Wow, what a call. Nobody touched him.
You can always look back and what coulda, shoulda, woulda, and all that stuff and everything. But one thing you always got to, we always got to respect Mr. Saquon, right? Got a real class act guy and all that stuff. A great teammate, great, just a model, for somebody, you're proud to have on your team and all that stuff and everything. To let the guy go. Now, the only thing I can kind of, in a small way, pat Shane on the back for is that, that's the way he's thinking. We're not building a team around the running back. Okay, so if that's what you think. Okay, but is that whether we're taking just the fact that take away the fact what he did with the Eagles last year. Once again, he was not what he did with the Eagles is never going to do with the Giants last year, right? But I mean, you just take the thing is that he was your best player, best offensive weapon. You need weapons. It's not like back in the day you get 3 yards in a cloud of dust and you run the ball down the field and you got a good wide receiver or something like I mean, you need weapons nowadays. Of course, you need good to have weapons back in the day too, right? But but even sometimes back in the day, you had a really good running game that could really get you far, and you had a good defense that could get you far. But nowadays you need weapons, right? The Giants had a weapon, and they let him go, and then they got Malik Neighbors, right? But if they would have kept Saquon and drafted Malik Neighbors, then they have two weapons. Right? And then if they can get themselves a third weapon, now we're talking, right? And the other thing is that just what Saquon meant for the team, and model, teammate, and all that stuff, and everything. And he's a running back. It's not like he was a wide receiver and he wants $40 million a year. He's your best offensive weapon. He's a running back, and you couldn't come up with $15 million. I mean, there's not on the Giants, but out in the league, I think there's guards that make more money than Saquon does. I mean, we really can't find, So, but I mean, that's the one thing I just kind of but he's helping out the Giants. There's a lot of guys though. I mean, a lot of. It's not like there was, 50, 60 years ago where guys from other teams don't talk to each other and stuff like that. I mean, it's a lot of it's there's a bond between a lot of these players. That's why you have a lot of these players from different teams working out with one another. Right? And I said, once again, if you go back, the 70s, whatever, way back, you're not going to have team, players from different teams going out and working out for the most part together and stuff like that. But times have changed. But Saquon Barkley showing some love to the New York Giants in a unique way, or showing some value, as they say here. Giants no longer have Saquon Barkley on the roster, but the team's former running back could still be helpful to his old organization this summer. Since it's time of the year where players are free to work on their games with whoever, Barkley, I love it. You're trying to read an article, all of a sudden an ad pops up on the words you're trying to read. Barkley recently showed his followers that he's been on the field with current Giants running back Tyrone Tracy. Ta-da! Right? The former fifth-round pick has seemingly been getting a chance to learn from one of the best running backs in the game. Absolutely. You got that right, brother. Since 2015, Barkley has been one of the most notable running backs in the game of football. Coming out of Whitehall High School in Pennsylvania, Barkley was staying in his home state to suit up for the Penn State Nittany Lions. former four-star recruit, rushed for over 1,000 yards in each of his 3 seasons at Penn State when he wrapped up his NCAA career. Barkley had 3,843 yards, 43 touchdowns on the ground. In the air, he caught 102 passes for 1,195 yards and 8 touchdowns. In the return game, he fielded 18 kicks for 500 yards and a couple of touchdowns. Let's see here. Tracy entered the Giants' backfield as a 5th-round pick out of Purdue last season. The rookie appeared in 17 games and picked up 192 carries, average of 4.4 yards per carry. Tracy finished the season with 839 yards. He reached the end zone 5 times on the ground and scored 1 through the air. The second-year running back wasn't selected to be a Barkley replacement on his own. While he could be first in line to lead carries on Sundays next season, New York still has Devin Singletary in the mix, along with rookie Cam Scatterbo. Either way, the young veteran has surrounded himself with great company as Barkley is coming off one of the most dominant rushing seasons the NFL has ever seen. Oh, yeah, and if he played in that final game of the season, you know, I mean, he would have probably ran for about 3,500 yards alone against the Giants in that game. But this is on X. They got a couple pictures here. Tyrone Tracy Jr. and former New York Giants running back Saquon Barkley have been seen working out together. There's a couple pictures of them, you know, working out. You see Saquon's and Tyrone Tracy. There's also a couple guys also in the background as well too. So I mean that's the one nice thing is that you know, the guys, you know, hanging out together, you know, working out with, you know, guys from different teams and all that and everything. So I'm sure anything that Tyrone Tracy Jr. winds up learning from Saquon is going to be extremely valuable.